A big round of applause to our graduates. One of the highlights of today's event is the recognition of outstanding graduates. May we request our esteemed speaker, Dr. Elmer G. Ponsalan, our University President, Dr. Corazon C. Osorio, and our Vice President, Dr. Alberto R. Domingo Jr., to lead us in the awarding ceremonies for this year's graduates who excel in their academic endeavors. Bachelor of Science, Biology. Clarissa Claur Piñones, Bachelor of Secondary Education, major in English, cum laude. With pride, Kristine Joie Azarcon Danan, B.S. Nursing, Magna Cum Laude. Congratulations to our outstanding graduates, Kristine Joie. Once again, this year's valedictorian, Kristine Joie A. Danan.
To our guest speaker, Dr. Albert G. Ponsalan, President of New Era University, Dr. Corazon C. Osorio, the Vice President, Dr. Alberto R. Domingo Jr., University officials, our beloved college deans, members of the faculty and staff, honorable guests, fellow graduates, parents, families and friends, gentlemen and ladies, good morning. Today is indeed a celebration of our victory, of our triumph, a celebration of our accomplishments, of our success, a celebration that finally, after all the countless sleepless nights, the stressful stress, the real hard work and failures, we can finally heal the sigh of relief. True enough, success is sweeter and more meaningful if the road to it had cost our sweat and blood, and of course, the hard-earned money of our parents and the well-kept fortune of our families. We reminisce all the challenges that stood before us, and we savor the victories that came upon our heads today. I am extremely honored to have this opportunity to take this stage and share with you a few farewell remarks before we part ways. When I found out that I will speak in front of this amazing crowd, my first reaction was fright. What on earth should I say? Putting 4 years of joy, pain, challenges, and all the lessons in life in a 15-minute speech is not enough. It is impossible. But my beloved Dean told me, just follow your heart. and I took note of that advice as I now speak from the heart. Our years of stay in the portals of our beloved alma mater is not a completely smooth journey. The road we traversed was not totally landscape. There were bumps and holes deliberately placed not to make life harder for us, but to train us, to mold us, and to teach us. Going to college is not an easy task. I hope everyone agrees, including the parents, because sending a son or daughter to college is a serious, momentous duty. Difficult it might have been, but it is through these challenges that growth came upon me as a person. It is during this chapter of my life that I learned countless and practical lessons in life that shape who I am today and who I will be in the future. One of the important lessons that I learned is the importance of looking back at whom and to where we come from. At the end of a successful day, our persona will yearn for its identity, and there will always be this earnest desire to remember who we are. Knowing who we are allows us to reach to the bottom of our hearts, where the thoughts, values, beliefs, and principles defining us as a person unique from anyone else are deeply embedded. Reality made us realize that we have to be competitive in order for us to find our place in the society. Survival of the fittest. Others call it descarte, while some call it suerte. But for me, it is simply nasa tao ang gawa, nasa Diyos ang awa. One of my tasks today is to share with you my insights and experiences onto how we graduates are edified in morals and values during our stay in our beloved university. In the standards of man, New Era University is not in the list of the top 500 universities in the world. But in the standards of God, NEU is on the #1 spot. And nothing comes in as second. What makes this distinction is the fact that NEU developed and trained us holistically. Not only we are academically prepared due to the academic endeavor and challenges, but more importantly, we are trained and molded to lead our life in a truly Christian way. And I believe that no other educational institution or even organization does it better than the way New Era University does it. As NEU graduates, we are truly edified in spirits, morals, and values. We are now ready to take on the next level of challenges that lie ahead of us. Our alma mater has not only groomed us to excel academically, but it has enriched and embedded in us high moral standards and values. The home is the first place where we saw the principles of ethical and godly living are at play. But when we allow the hands, the mouth, and the heart of our university to take the steering wheel and drive the life for us, lumawak ang ating kaalaman at lumalim ang ating pagkaunawa at pagkakilala sa pamumuhay ng matuwid at ng may kabanalan. It is during our stint in this university that the real and deep meaning of selfless service to humanity has finally dawned on us. Sa modernong mundong ito, kung saan naghahari ang kaisipan ng materialismo at pagkakanya-kanya, Isang napakalaking hamon para sa atin na patunayan na kaya nating manindigan sa pagtataguyod ng dakilang hangarin ng ating paaralan sa paglilingkod ng buong pusong paglilingkod sa kapwa. Patunay sana nating itanyag na ang mga nagsipagtapos sa New Era University ay hindi lamang matatalino at masisipag, kundi higit sa lahat, may takot sa Diyos, may mataas na antas ng moralidad, may disiplina, at higit sa lahat, walang kapantay na serbisyo sa kapwa. And of course, we have future teachers who will not only teach their students and pupils about the basics of math, science, and language, but they will be stewards of righteousness and uprightness. We have future journalists who will deliver the news with great hope, which will inspire the people to make the best decisions in life. I and my classmates will be compassionate nurses who will not take good care of our patients, not just because it is our job, but because of our genuine concern to alleviate their pain and suffering. Together, regardless of the career path we choose to tread, we can influence the world, particularly those of our generation, on God's standards of what is morally right and upright living. Allow me to share with you my own experiences during my days in the College of Nursing to illustrate how my alma mater edified my values and moral principles. No nursing student will ever forget how our beloved Dean trained us to be honest and righteous students. Sino ba naman ang makakalimot sa lagi naming sinusulat sa ilalim ng mga test papers namin na I promise not to cheat and will report anyone who does. With those words, who would even dare to look at the one beside them? We are trained to be honest students. And with pride, we are telling you now that these gentlemen and ladies clad in their graduation attire will be honest professionals. As nursing students, we are required to complete a number of operating room and delivery room cases. Sa totoo lang po, may mga nagsabi sa amin na kopyahin na lang daw po yung mga cases na nasa logbook kahit hindi daw po namin na-handle. Para daw po kompleto na kami kasi gano'n naman daw po yung ginagawa ng mga students from other school. But our dean warned us. She would say, who did we deceive? CHED? PRC? DepEd? No, ourselves. We might have obtained the certificate, but we did not earn the skill. We are at the losing end. She would always remind us that in everything that we do, we should always do what is right. That is why as students, we exemplified integrity. And again, we will say to the world, watch out for these graduates who will fill in the gaps and holes devoid of virtues of integrity and righteousness. Natutunan po namin lahat yan sa New Era University. The university administration, professors, and even the non-teaching staff have always reminded and taught us about decency, discipline, and honor in every opportune and appropriate time. We admire the school officials and the professors for they are the best examples of how a person edified in morals and values should live. They live by what they teach. That is just one of the beautiful things po of having a minister as the university vice president. Not to mention having a minister as the university registrar and the director of the student affairs. And or of the Guidance Counseling Center, or of the HRDC. This institution has for her pillars ministers who head the Accounting and Treasury Department, the Office of the Student Discipline, the Building Administration, the Information Office, the NSTP ROTC Department, the Distance Education Program, or the ETL. Most of the colleges are lucky enough to have ministers or evangelical workers as their college secretaries. Mind you, even the Landscaping and Horticulture Center is headed by a seasoned minister. And of course, our president may not be a minister herself, but she exemplifies the ideals of a person with integrity, dignity, and high moral standards, for she herself is a church officer, a deaconess in the local of Taguig. Sino ba naman po ang hindi titibay at tatatag upang labanan ang pagkabulok ng moralidad kung ang pamantasan na ating ginagalawan ay napaliligiran ng mga kasangkapan ng Diyos sa pagpapataas ng antas ng ating moralidad, dignidad at pagpapahalaga sa mga mag-aral at mga kawani. Graduates, let us extend our message of thanks, esteem, and appreciation to the vanguards of NEU University. My fellow graduates, may I request for your indulgence, please rise. Palakpakan po natin ang mga naging kasangkapan upang hubugin ang ating pagkatao at puso. Thank you very much, graduates. Most of us, if not all, would agree na once nasabi nila, ang higpit naman dito sa ira, ang daming bawal, bawal ganito, bawal ganon. But if you try to analyze, these are not just prohibitions, but rather guiding principles, which trained us to be God-fearing, disciplined, and law-abiding citizens. Even the PowerPoint presentations, videos, or music has to be checked by the Office of Student Affairs, and proposal for any activities need to be submitted months ahead because it needs to be screened for anything obvious or suggestive, contradictory to the philosophy, mission, and vision of our alma mater. Recalling how our alma mater inspired us to live morally upright and laden with values would not be complete without citing the vital role of the church administration. The church administration, under the dynamic leadership of Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, has always teaches us that we have to be prepared not only spiritually, but more importantly, not only academically, but more importantly, spiritually, so that we will be prepared to take and to face the world where moral breakdown is evident and the values of man have been corrupted. The message of the church administration is loud and crystal clear. Shine brightly as lights of the world. And our answer to the call of the church administration, opo, magliliwanag kami bilang ilaw ng sanlibutan. My experience in NEU University has taught me many things, and in plethora of ways, I am vastly different person today than I am 4 years ago. Not only is this a congratulation to us, but to our parents, families, friends, teachers, and administrators as well. Their help and continuous guidance has managed to give us the freedom to dare, the courage to excel, and the belief that we can achieve our best. Even when we were about to lose our hope, They were always there to lift us up off the ground. For that, we, batch 2013, thank all of you. It is now the time to greet people who are very dear to us. People who are not just an integral part of our college life, but of our whole life. We would like to thank the church administration, led by our beloved Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, for his continuous guidance and support, which strengthens our spirit and faith in God. Because of their guidance and support, we have remained steadfast in our faith, and we were able to continue our pursuit for our dreams without departing from Christian values. We promise that we will never forget everything that you have taught us, and we will continue to live by the words of God and be true Christians. To the school administration, staff, and faculty who continuously work for the betterment of this institution, our deepest gratitude po. Your behind-the-scene work is the reason why this institution stands tall, proud, and fulfilled. We thank you for your commitment to maintain safe, educationally enriched environment and creating an atmosphere suitable for the fulfillment of the mission, provide quality education anchored on Christian values. And of course, we would never forget those who invested in us, one of the greatest assets of humankind, from whom knowledge flowed, the teachers, our professors. In behalf of batch 2013, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We will remember you as our caring professors who not only monitored us academically, but you have watched us grow individually. Had it without you, we would have not made it today. For that, from our hearts, thank you so much. To our clinical instructors and members of the CON family, batch 2013, owe you a great debt of gratitude. Thank you for bringing out the best in us. To our Dean, Simonette B. Leoncio, who is not here today, no words can ever express how thankful I am for all the things that you have done for me. Dean, you always inspired us to excel and persevere. Salamat po for always believing in me, in us. I will be forever indebted to you. We recognize and acknowledge our families. Our families are the reasons why we walk on this earth, why we get up in the morning, why we work hard as we do. They have loved us. They have supported us. Through all these years, they have stayed with us. Even when we were far away from you, you have stayed with us in ways beyond our comprehension. Through phone calls, text messages, FB, Skype, and so much more. Our graduation is as much a result of your effort as if it is of our own. We thank you endlessly. Sa aking mga magulang, pa, ma, ang karangalan at pagtatapos na tinamo ko sa araw na ito ay inihahandog ko po sa inyo. Alam ko po, hindi nito kayang tumbasan ang lahat ng mga naging paghihirap, sakripisyo, pagtataga nyo para lang po matustusan ang aming pag-aaral. Pinili niyo pong mahiwalay sa amin para lang po maibigay ang magandang buhay na tinatamasa namin ngayon. Konting tiis na lang po, nagkakasama-sama na rin tayo at maipaparamdam na namin ang pagmamahal ng isang anak na pinagkait sa amin ng pagkakataon. Maraming salamat po. Mahal na mahal ko po kayo. To my kuya, Thanks for everything. Gagraduate ka na rin mamaya. Sabay natin bigay kina mama at papa ang regalong pinagpaguran natin sa loob ng maraming taon. Sabay natin tuparin ang mga pangarap nila para sa atin. Mahal na mahal kita. To my sister, thanks for being my best buddy. Thank you sa pagiging alarm clock ko para magising ako sa madaling araw at mag-aral. Thank you sa pagiging konsensya ko sa mga panahong hindi ko na alam kung ano dapat kong gawin. Mahal na mahal ko kayo ni Kuya. To my tita and lola, nagumabay sa amin habang nasa ibang bansa sina mama at papa, maraming salamat po dahil pinadama niyo sa amin ang pagmamahal at pag-aaruga na para niyo na kaming tunay na mga anak simula pa po noong bata kami. Marahil, mas magiging masaya sana ang araw na ito kung nandito lang ang isa sa pinakamahalagang tao sa aking buhay, si Lolo. Pero dahil pinagpahinga na siya ng ama, alam ninyo po na magiging masaya siya kasama natin sa araw na ito. Mahal na mahal ko kayo. To our friends, thank you for all the memories, for believing in us, for staying with us, for never letting us down. Sa mga kaibigan ko po, salamat at sa mga panahong gusto ko nang sumuko. Kayo ang isa sa mga taong nagpalakas ng aking loob. Maraming salamat. And above all, we thank our Almighty God. Ama, salamat po sa pagdinig sa aming mga panalangin. Ibinabalik po namin lahat ng kapurihan sa inyong banal na pangalan. Batch 2013, we have overcome many challenges to get where we are today. Each one of us has a success story to tell. Tomorrow, we are commencing on the next phase of our journeys. Surely there will be difficulties and setbacks ahead of us. But the New Era University trained us to tackle all those challenges and achieve greater success and victory. Before I end my speech, I would like to quote Barack Obama. Change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. Our graduation today is our contribution to the future. From what we are now will spring bright citizens of this country, morally upright, ethically sound, edified in morals and values. Batch 2013, let's all make this difference. Congratulations and Godspeed!
May we request all the graduates to remain standing and join voices for the NEU hymn.